Standing team win, and just look at us on defensively. We played really great on defense. When you end up getting 8 or 9 sacks and then hold a team to less than 250 total yards, and just watch how just Malden and Marcus Smith and Phylon and Brandon Dunn inside with B.J. DeBose and Rankin coming in with our defensive front. We didn't have to pressure that much. We were able to get pressure with 4 down and play coverage in the back end, and it was just fun to watch that game and just watch how aggressive we were and to watch our defensive staff the way they called it. Offensively, we had many opportunities. When you look at us in the red zone, and I'll say this, we missed number 9. We had some opportunities in the red zone, didn't score. I had a field goal block, but we're gonna get that straight. And offensively, we ended up with over 400 yards, and just watch it. And I said our team, this is a great team victory, and we know this now. With this one down, we got one next week, and it's gonna be a little tougher than what it was tonight. Well, it's just we try to have a balance, and I don't know why it's more run than passes, but what, we're trying to score. So if we think the run play is going to work, and we have an opportunity to score with it, then we're going to run the ball, and if we think we can protect the passer, then we're going to throw it.
How's Kai De La Cruz doing?
Kai had a growing problem, so he wasn't able to just run full speed, so we weren't able to use him there in the second half. And he was running a route and just overextended his leg and went down.
How close did Parker come to playing, or when did you kind of finally make the final decision?
We made that decision today that he was not going to play, so just don't know how far away he is. If he continues to improve, then we'll see where we are next week with him.
Charlie, how close is this defense reaching the caliber of some of those Florida defenses we had?
Well, tonight's performance, it was amazing, and even with 8, I think it was 8 sacks, maybe, Rocco. We missed about 4 or 5, and when you can put pressure on a quarterback and you can just rush 4, then you feel like you have a pretty good front. And I keep saying this. I think Marcus Smith and Malden playing the outside are two of the best defensive ends in the country because they can rush the passer.
You said this was a showcase game tonight, a chance to go in front of a national television audience. As you look it back in your mind, did you get done what you wanted to get done for a national television?
Oh, I think we did. We came away with a victory, and it was a good game. Rutgers played well also. Now, if you're sitting there, and if someone watching that game, you probably say, this is a really good football game. You had 2 good, outstanding teams, and then, we were able to play well on offense with our quarterback, even though he threw an interception and got hit from the blind side. We still played well. And then defense, we were able to put pressure, and then the kicking game, we played well enough. So I think we showed the country that we have a good football team.
What makes this defense special?
Well, it's a defense that, you look at the guys, and it's guys that have started at that position where you look, and I always talk about down the middle. I talk about Brandon Dunn, I talk about Preston Brown, and I talk about a free safety Pryor. When you go down the middle and those guys can erase the middle for you, then you have a chance. Because there weren't many runs up the middle. Most of the runs are outside. And then we're fast enough and quick enough where we can run people down. So we can create, if they drop back, we feel like we can rush 4. If we don't rush 4, we're going to blitz. And when we do bring the blitz package, we're able to get there.
4 interceptions, talk about that, and also play of Calvin, 14 tackles.
Yeah, Calvin Pryor just, he's one of those players that's going to make a lot of plays. I always tell him he's a linebacker because he won't play close to the line of scrimmage all the time. But the 4 interceptions were big because, if the one with T. Floyd were able to get off the field, and then you look at the one on our sideline that Calvin Pryor made, was an unbelievable one because I thought T. Floyd was going to turn around and catch it, and Calvin broke on the ball. And Burgess, I said to Burgess right before he intercepted that ball, I told him, I said, listen, he's going to throw you the ball. And then he ended up throwing him. Not that I know that, okay? So I'm not saying I know that. But before we was huddled up, and I said, okay, Burgess, he's going to throw you the football. And he throws it to him, and an offensive lineman ended up running him down. But it's just fun to watch. It was fun to watch tonight.
What is it about Rutgers that sometimes allows these games to be closer than they aren't expected to otherwise, or they're just constant battles? What is it?
It's just a constant battle, and it's the respect for both programs. And you know this, that's a good football team. And I said this when I can remember when I first got this job, and you know how you walk out on the field and you look at a football team, and I was looking at Rutgers team, and I said to Hurt, and I said, you know what, we got to get defensive linemen look like their alignment. We got to get DBs look like their DBs because they're long. Their DBs are long, and their linemen at the time, they were a good-looking football team when we first got here. I said that's the way a football team should look. But we ended up beating them there our first year, and I was shocked. But we're very comfortable in how we just look at one another, how we recruit against one another, and just going down the line of scrimmage.
Are you going to miss having them in the conference?
Oh, you know what? You'll miss this game because it's a fun game and it's a tough battle, and you like it whether we go there or they come here.
So without Devontae Jamie stepped up to catches 115, some big ones late on that game.
Oh, yeah, it was some big ones, and Copeland's been playing well. Even with Dame, when we had 9, he was playing well. And then we missed him on that one wide open. That could have really put it away for us, but he was wide open. But Cope is playing well, even with the third down throws that Teddy made. You know, he hit Eli on the slant, hit Gerald Christian down the middle with one. Hubble played very well for us. But it's just a collection of receivers, and they're all playing well, whether it's tight ends or wide receivers.
Teddy's so accurate. Does it surprise you when he misses an open throw like that?
Oh, it does, and I think it's almost like he tries to hand the ball to him instead of just throw it out there because he was just so wide open, and you looked out there and you see him running, so you just know the throw was going to be made. It's going to be a touchdown, and then the ball's thrown about 3 yards out of bounds. And even though they won, we had him wide open. Remember going down the sideline here, and he throws the ball out of bounds where he didn't give us a chance. Where Kai had beaten the guy to the outside.
As far as a showcase game that you had talked about, an opportunity, and you said that these people would come away thinking 2 really good teams. Would people come away thinking that Louisville is worthy of their ranking, worthy of if they go undefeated being a top 2 team in the country?
Well, I think we're worthy of our ranking, and I think that we have a really good football team, and I will continue to say that. And you know what? Next week is going to be a really good test for us, and we just continue to play well. Then we'll just let it fall. We'll let the pieces fall where they may. But I think we have a really good football team.
What do you think of the stance, though, of a lot of these voters who will say, well, you're not going to play?
Well, it's the voters. People are going to say what they're going to say. Only thing we can control is how we play on the football field, and we just got to continue to play well.
One more question.
How would you rate your rushing attack tonight?
Oh, I had 8 sacks. How? my run defense. Oh, my run defense?
No, your rushing attack.
Oh, that's running the football? You know what? We had some runs. You know, Sonoris broke that long one down in the second half. I'd say at the start of the game, we did very well running the football. Then the second half, they were able to stop us a few times, and Sonoris was able to break free that long run. But their fronts like that. They bring so much pressure. They are a team that they're always going to bring outside pressure, and that's what they live by. They live by that blitz, and they're going to blitz you. If they can blitz every down, which in the first half, they started off not doing it. Then the second half, they blitzed every time. But they're going to give you pressure just like ourselves. All right. Thank you.
You're gonna go to